Being by your side these many days, I've learnt of the legend of Supergirl, who lost everything and kept on walking. Tomorrow, when Malice will make its attempt and help us beg from the heavens, there is a woman waiting.
I'm Millie Alcock, Supergirl.
Welcome aboard. Please watch your step.
We've done it. We've done the movie. There's nothing really left to do.
Copy that. Yeah, you're a bit quiet though.
Cool. Like, so she gets out and stops there. I was gonna give her a moment.
It's January 9th, 2025. Day one on Supergirl. I just thought I'd come and, just hang out for a little bit and,
At the end of 2023, I want to say, I was back home in Australia, and they were like, can you do a self-tape? And I was like, yeah, did a self-tape. And then, like, 2 weeks after that, they were like, can you come to Atlanta? And I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
Everyone ready? Here we go. And 3, 2, 1, action.
hi there. I believe you're from Krypton. I've been tracking your ship for the last few months. Few months? That's what, but now it's been tracking your ship since 1982. All right.
Okay, here we go. And action.
The reason we chose to do Supergirl was because I read Woman of Tomorrow. Even on that phone call, I said, you know who I think would be a good Supergirl? Millie Alcock.
Watch your step there. Might be a little slippery. It's pretty cool, huh?
Millie brought that authenticity and the real feel that James always wanted, but she also made us cry when she screen tested.
Millie read, and Anna, our beloved screenwriter, I remember her being just so emotional hearing Millie say these lines.
She kind of has, she can't not be honest. And I don't know what we would have done without her.
Like 10 days after that, I got the news, so it was like incredibly fast.
Oh wait, there goes Millie. David, smile. 1, 2, 3.
I always do the thumbs. I never know what to do, because it's kind of funny.
When you got to see David on Superman, how was that?
Terrifying. I kind of was like, help. And I mean, bless poor David. I was kind of like, what should I be doing? And he gave me some advice.
When you fly, do you have to do... When you fly, so I have to fly. What are the arms?
Well, so
It can't be the left one.
Sometimes you do both. You do either one, and then if you're relaxed and flying, which I'm not a lot in this movie, there's a great frame from All-Star Superman where he's going like this. I'm sure you'll come up with something cool.
Good, Arthur.
I'll see you later.
Sorry.
Great to meet you.
It's kind of crazy. I didn't think I would be here, and I am.
They do the breath?
The breath? Yeah, but we do the breath the silly way.
I'm excited, obviously, but like also scary.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Here we go.
Don't worry, we don't actually live here. There's a lot more to Earth than just this place. You'll see.
I felt a lot of pressure, and I was excited, but I felt like I wasn't gonna be able to get over that. But piece by piece, I got my confidence up.
Oh, should mention, your powers will probably be kicking in right about now.
The first hit is always the best hit.
Anything exciting and new is kind of terrifying, so.
She's so grounded. She's so approachable.
Action.
She's so accessible for a character where what makes them tick and what makes them special is their unique humanity and their unique life experience. The fact that she can convey that to an audience in a way that feels so believable and authentic is what I think makes her so special.
It is very different from Superman, and that's just because Kara's very different from Superman. That's what I love about this version of the character.
Got caught in my hair. Uno momento. Wait, give me a second. It just came out of the thing. Sorry, everyone.
It's in line with what she's been through and her past, and the whole movie, we asked that question. How do you open your heart in a world that has taught you over and over again to close it?
We clear the set of all equipment. We're looking back this way. Get everything out. Thank you very much. Background. Okay, give me a set.
And give us a set.
And action.
Who stole my meat?
Okay, let's try it again.
Okay, one more resetting.
Who stole my meat?
That guy.
The script leans into the violence, the trauma, the emotion, and the choices that these characters make. And I knew, like, being able to come in under the umbrella of DC with James and Peter, that they wouldn't shy away from that.
He came in as a very accomplished filmmaker with a real point of view, and when he pitched us that point of view, it just felt like something that was so compelling we had to go down that path.
In terms of story, Craig is someone who's always looking for what's not on the page, in a way. You can read a scene and be like, oh, so these are the beats, this is the arc, this is whatever. He'll kind of try and invert it, which is really fun.
We're 2 weeks in. We're in the amazing pub, and it's kind of cool. It makes you feel like you're actually in the scene. Yeah. Attention! I mean, when the whole pub looked at me, it was a bit creepy. In exchange, I offer you my family sword. I mean, all the aliens look so different. They all have their own unique personalities and looks.
Yeah, so we just need to reset the sword.
Ready?
Hey!
Do that again.
Alright, come.
Scary. Traumatizing.
The movie opens in a place in outer space where Kara has no powers.
Hold this. Let me talk to him.
That's really delicious to people, to see a superhero, one, who would choose not to have powers.
It's not too late to not be a dick.
You'll see a Kryptonian and it feels like they can get out of anything, and she finds herself in a situation where she's actually just a normal human being.
Whoa.
And she has to figure it out.
Ready, guys?
Craig came in and he made a couple tweaks to the script. You go to his set, you know who's in charge. He's very driven. He moves at a pace.
Just give me back the sword and we can move on.
Which is great, because he knows what he wants, and once he's got it, he moves on.
Here we go.
There's a singular point of view that he has, but there is that quirky scrappiness that I think really speaks to his approach to the character.
Why are you so angry?
Craig is just so good at taking a complicated female protagonist and letting her exist in all of her messiness.
How do you like that? Oh God, there it is. Wow.
To get to see Supergirl struggling, her power is being marginalized. One more time, guys. Try the look I'm bleeding.
Look, man, I'm bleeding.
And she's lost, and she's not sure what her role is, and she wants to be her own person and figure out what her rules are, which aren't necessarily in line with how Superman sees things.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, just give me a second. I'm a little winded.
I want the action to be very visceral, in real time and violent. You feel the pain of what's happening, as opposed to being too poetic with it.
Excuse me. Can you move over so I can sit next to my friend?
She's not my friend.
Yes, I am.
Yeah? What's my name?
I went through a series of auditions, and there was a lot of time in between, so I wasn't sure if I was going to hear back. But then I did get the call with the news, and it's the best feeling ever, and it's a feeling that you can't describe.
Eve is just such a star, and I feel quite protective of her because she's so young. Like, she's so young, and she's doing this big thing, and I can barely do this at 24, let alone at, like, 12. She started when she was 12.
I love working with Millie, and I look up to her so much. I also think it really helps that we're filming it roughly in order of the script, because, I mean, our relationship will get stronger and stronger, and we'll make more of a bond each day. And by the end of the script, I mean, our relationship will be so much closer, and it will be natural to film, and it won't be, like, fake, and it won't be staged. Yeah.
We kind of shot in chronological order. The wormhole bus was really fun because we could play with jumping in space because of the disappearing button. I'm just gonna name it the disappearing button. So we ended up on one Friday afternoon. Everybody had rehearsed for like 2 hours. We shot that fight. That fight was fun.
Sorry, somehow we'll be able to see your face. You're gonna go again.
Okay, reset.
And then Craig came back with this idea of this dolly shot. That was something new and something pretty epic. The camera's on a crane and it swings, and you do one action here. You shoot this, whoop, and then you've got to make sure it times out, and then you move to the next action, and the camera does the same thing, and the next pass, and so on and so on. I was like, there's no way we're gonna get this done in an hour, no way. And we did it in like 45 minutes. Like, the whole crew, like, locked in. I was so proud of us that day.
Millie got thrown into the very deep end. This is a 4.5-month shoot that she's in nearly every scene. The highlights for me was when we were actually doing, like, dialogue scenes.
And roll, please.
And Millie, you had your knee up before, is that cool?
Yeah.
System Bravo, take 2 heavy homework. System, take 1 heavy homework.
What's Superman like? Is he like you? Grumpy? Rude?
You think I'm rude?
Of course.
What?
Is Superman not that way?
Clark is a freaking nerd.
To me, it's always about tone. It's like, how do I get that balance that keeps the audience off kilter? They never know whether they're gonna laugh or cry at whatever moment. It could be in the same scene.
Yeah. Just at one point, I kind of want to look at that picture, because it's a picture.
A little bit around the room at the beginning, like, you think this is her bed?
There were just some things you never had to go through, so as hard as light. It's not like mine or yours. Sorry, I effed up the lines. No, I just said them in the wrong order. Can you go back 2 lines?
We just have very different ideas about what it means to be a hero.
In the middle of this long shoot that we're doing, and to sit down and do like a very intense 3-4 page scene and be so present and so nuanced with it, it made it very tricky in a way to strike that balance of like the restraint, and she was beautiful.
When I say no, it's like I'm not talking out of my ass, Ruthie. Grief is a killer. It can make you want to break bad or, yeah, get revenge, but I don't think any of those things are gonna lead you to where you wanna go.
It's been a journey, and it's candidly discovering it a little bit as we went through it, and Millie, who ultimately just became more and more kick-ass as the process went on. Right now, she has this strength about her. She's gotten sharper and unapologetic in the best way. It's been really exciting. Millie is absolutely killing it. Amazingly, we're about week 7 into the film. We're actually halfway.
You're gonna go, you could have done that sooner. So I'm gonna go, yeah.
Help, please. You could have done that sooner. Yep.
3, 2, 1, action!
Run.
Rolling. Body B.
I told you not to move.
I had him.
Yeah, let him burn.
It's going well, we're doing it. We're doing it. every day's new and exciting, and we're out of M stage.
I don't know if I can say this, but
M stage is my nemesis.
M stage.
He's your nemesis.
I think everybody's really happy to be off M stage.
Yeah.
Huge battle scene that took 4 weeks, but it's pretty awesome.
I know, it's
and you
cool.
survived.
Thank God for that. Yeah. See you later.
I like to see myself as a very sort of, as well as genre-based, but very sort of character-driven cinematographer. So I'm always looking for clues from each and every one of the characters in the script and the story itself to give me those pointers as to which direction that's going to inspire me to go. In the film, there is a great deal of color, not in a garish way, but color that you wouldn't normally expect.
That was good timing. Perfect. Perfect.
Here we go, shooting. Put it right up.
We don't like the green sun. In this case, green does not mean go. It means stop.
All right, can we rate the footprints, please?
Just the left hand. There you go, and then just put it on. Ready? And action.
He drew out a sketch of the cave scene. He drew arrows of where we would move in that scene. So I love how he envisioned the cave scene to be. He is such an amazing director. I'm so fortunate to be able to work with him.
It's drilled into your head. The audience wants to see the character in their suit. By a certain point, if you delay it, they'll get upset. And the first time Craig and I talk, he's like, I don't think she puts her suit on until Act 3. I don't even think she wants to put it on. I think it's in the messy ship. I think Ruthie finds it, and she puts it on when she's dying. And I was like, it just set the tone for everything going forward of it's gotta make sense for the character.
You start to notice the sun.
And if it doesn't have that internal logic, we're not gonna do it just because it's the thing that you do in a superhero movie.
The suit, it's a symbol. It's a symbol of being a hero, of being capable, and Kara's journey throughout this film, she doesn't believe that she can be that person, and she really struggles.
She's in the suit, and not only is she beating Krem up, she is flipping around and twirling, and it is joyous. There is nothing better than just unbridled ass kicking. And that's why you see her throwing out brigands and tanks as if they are toys. She's come to fruition. She's accepted who she is.
Yeah, we get submerged underwater. There were men like strapped to chairs as the water would rise. They would have to like hold their breath until we would call cut and then pull the water back down.
Let's get ready to rumble.
All right, here we go.
I went on the rotisserie rig. It's just this turning tank, basically.
3, 2, 1, action.
I think they would only let me do it one time. You could just feel your organs go up and down.
Millie, you good?
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
I haven't really done much wire work before. I think it's such a new experience, so to find out I was doing some of my own stunts was the best feeling ever.
3, 2, 1, action.
Awesome, I mean, who does that every day?
They show Millie the footage, and we said something like, yeah, didn't Eve do a good job? And Millie goes, that's you? That's not your stunt double? And Eve was like, that was me. And she was like, girl, what? And it was one of the cutest things I've ever seen, just like watching these two women cheer each other on for being like so cool in their fight scene, and Millie just being like such a big sister to Eve about this like really challenging thing that they both have to do. And all of that sisterly love and respect comes out on screen.
Don't cry.
visually, it's like the big end of the film. We shot in Iceland, plates in Iceland as well. That exterior there, which is so beautiful, and we managed to take those actual plates and build upon them.
Ruthie?
Standing out in that Icelandic landscape in the costume for the length of time that she was, it takes a lot for someone to do those things and tie that into an incredible performance.
Come on, guys, what's going on? Smoke's being passed on, and action!
We had like 4 seasons in one day. The sun also didn't go down. It's always light there. We were shooting on like the side of this volcano. I lost feeling in my face that day. I was slapping myself. And it was like, what are you doing? I was like, I can't feel my face.
You can't stop me.
I won't.
These 2 women, by the end of this movie, are spent.
But if you kill him, it won't take your pain away.
It's been 48 hours of them going through it, facing their trauma, and they could take a knee, and they don't, and they find it in themselves.
Show him who you are. You are Ruthie Marino of the Dynastia clan. 2 kick-ass chicks. Both of their stories are fueled by this pain. It's fueled by this hurt at the arms of things outside of their control. Your life will be your revenge.
Supergirl is willing to do things that she knows is ultimately going to be painful for her in order to save Ruthie from having to bear those later on in her life.
That's for my dog. And this is for what you did to that little girl.
Stab him in the neck.
Like, they're not trying to save the world, they're just trying to save each other.
That's a wrap, guys!
Thank you guys for an incredible day. Thank you for all the hustle. It's amazing.
As Peter and I walk through DC Studios, we want to say, what is there different about bringing this character to light in this way? How is this different from other superhero cinema we've seen before? She has to be an interesting character. And that's what Millie as Kara is in this film, not just as a person flying around with a cape, but as a human being.
Can you play the whole song, please? Yeah, whole song, please.
Millie and her interpretation of Supergirl and what we've done with her is very rough around the edges and unapologetic.
This woman that is unabashedly herself for 2 hours is awesome to me. She's as varied as every woman that I know. She's someone who sees the ugly truth of the world, and she's gonna fight for the good of it anyway.
Yeah? Okay, let's go.
That's a task for all of us.
You can be your own hero. It's kind of up to you.
Thank you, thank you,
Okay,
thank you.
well, don't thank me out, you're buying, right?
Every kid wants to find their superhero. I'm just happy I found mine.
Come on. Come on.
If you guys could travel back in time and give your past selves like one piece of advice before you started, what would it be?
I would say be yourself, because that's the best thing you can do.
Sleep more.
Yeah.
Sleep more.
Yeah.
That's what I would say to me.
Can I give you this camera? Take whatever pictures you want around set or like...
Nice.